Welcome to part 2 of the art of pitching. In the first part, we studied the four most critical components of the art of pitching: style statement, problems, commonality, and credibility. Did you watch the first part of the video in the art of pitching topic? If you didn't, please turn off this video. Do not watch this video until you have watched part 1 of the video. If you have watched the part 1 of the art of pitching, then you must have understood how do you create an enticing, exciting and powerful style statement. How do you clearly outline all the problems and challenges that your prospects or clients are facing? And why is it so important? How to explain your story of struggles and create commonality with your audience. And then we learned how to establish your credibility well with your audience. We encourage you to take the art of pitching very seriously and to make it a subject for lifelong study. You need to convey a message and you deserve to make money when serving others so that you become a highly effective and empowering expert. Becoming a great expert is like anything else. You master it by learning from others, doing it yourself, experimenting, testing and improving. The art of pitching, fifth critical component, focus on solutions. What's the solution step by step? What is the choice that your prospect or client must make? The choice is where you show them what your solution is. You talked about what it can do. You talked about the problems that people must overcome. You talked about who you are. You talked about why you are credible, why they should listen to you, why they should buy from you. You spoke about being a result expert or a research expert, and now you present the choice. Here's my thing, my product, my service, my offering. And you need to set it up as a choice. Without a presentation, sales message, or a pitch, it won't be effective. Neither will it give a powerful message that will be in the mind of the prospect. Your product, idea or service can be presented in a way that it is obviously different and better than anything else out there. Be bold in bemoaning why other offerings in the marketplace are insufficient or ineffective. State strongly and specifically why your solution is the best available to date. You need to list out all the best solutions and its benefits in such a way that your prospect feels it's necessary to use and have. There's another secret ingredient that is above hundreds of marketing secrets that Ideal will share with you. We have worked with so many experts and entrepreneurs, and while coaching them, we noticed while marketing, what they are really doing is they are just presenting their stuff. They are saying, here's my stuff, buy it. They are not showing why it is an intelligent choice. You have to explain the component of your offer and frame everything as if you choose this thing, if you buy this product, if you buy this service, if you invest in this idea, if you take this action, you will experience these changes. The product or service that you are offering them needs to be set up as an intelligent choice for them. For example, in this video, the whole 5 components that we discussed up till now is a part of an intelligent solution. That's why we are covering it in this particular video right now. From style statement to problems to commonality to credibility and now solution. This is all a part of the solution to your challenge of how do you influence someone to buy into your product or idea or service, or how do you convince your friends, family or bankers to invest in your idea. Sixth component of the art of pitching, old versus new world. Then we talk about here's the old world's view and the new world. And in other words, you are kind of addressing how things have changed. This is very important. Let's take an example. Indian Design League's High Performance Influencer Program guides you to transform your business in this critical situation. We all know the digital virtual economy is here. You know it's here, right? You know, you used to see all these brick and mortar business owners like coffee bar, tea saloons, mobile shops, stationery shops, restaurants, boutiques and clothing line, or any of these traditional businesses selling their products and services in a traditional brick and mortar offline setup. But we have just been forced to move digital since the world is moving online now. You can now order coffee, tea, food items, grocery, laundry services, electronic appliances, books, etc. right at your fingertips. Today, thousands are earning online, but there are millions waiting in the wings because they think that there are only a few ways to create an income stream on the internet. But the truth is that this isn't true. There are many different ways to earn money on the internet today, and many different types of online businesses to leverage this purpose. And we are here to tell you something right now. Brick and mortar mode of business was one option, but today we have been forced into global virtual economy, right? Being online, whether you are a professional such as doctor, dentist, lawyer, experts, creators and innovators like fashion designers, interior designers, event managers, CEOs, entrepreneurs, middle managers, salespeople and customer service representatives, or educationalists and edupreneurs. This is today's necessity, neither a luxury nor a choice. And the question has risen for you too. Are you going to scale up right when it is needed the most in literally the history of the world? Are you going to get there? Are you going to learn what to do online to share your creativity, to grow, to scale, to earn, to make magic happen? Are you going to be that person who shows up right now on the highest time of need ever? Are you going to create the products and programs that you can put up online that can give your family security, that can give your family freedom or abundance, that can help you actually participate in this global digital economy? The question is also in this time of crisis, how will you take your career and life ahead? What can be done to get both the things to run smoothly, to build business, to earn more, to serve more, to inspire more? You got it right. That's the old versus the new world. People are attracted to the next thing, and for you, now basically this is your real positioning for credibility. The result of your struggle is your success. We start with the story of struggle that turns to success. So you're not bragging or telling them anything about your achievement until you share the problems and challenges with your audience. Remember, people won't appreciate your success unless they have known your past. Let's do a revision here. One of the most effective way to create your pitch till now is by including style statement, problems, commonality, credibility, solution, and old versus new world. Pretty cool concepts, right? Seventh component of the art of pitching. Concerns, do's and don'ts. Here are the common problems. The next component is about the concerns, objections, do's and don'ts, common mistakes, and addressing these experiences. As soon as you share the insights related to the old world versus new world, people will still have a few doubts in mind like, is this for me? Can anyone do this? Will this be an intelligent choice? Will I get value for my money? Can I start right now? You really need to address such concerns. What are the likely objections your prospects will have when buying your solution? What do they doubt about? What do they fear won't happen when they get your product or service? It is important to answer such questions, and this will also be a great help in your marketing, sales, and delivery message. Great marketers and experts invest time in such objections and frequently asked questions which help prospects in decision making. You must address their objections, their common concerns. But overcoming the concerns in marketing is really important, and you have to be diligent about it. So what you should do is ask people, hey, if I was going to offer something like this, what would be your main objections to it? Amit, founder and chairman of ITL, also does this exercise. He asks everybody, his partner Amar, people who are in the industry and the people who are not. He asks his wife before he begins any campaign. Concerns, be it small or big. If the concern comes up in the first conversation itself, it means it is definitely important. Then Amit makes sure that he includes it in his marketing strategies. He addresses such concerns. Personally, we never pitch anything without first conducting informal tests in our in-house mentors, our stakeholders, our friends, strangers, and previous students. We tell them what we have, we show them our programs and sales videos, then we ask, what concerns or objections do you think someone might have while buying this? Would you personally buy this right now by paying cash on the spot? Why or why not? The lessons we learn from these tests translate directly and explicitly into our products and offerings. Addressing your concerns through marketing is really important. This is also a powerful strategy, by the way. When you start stacking these in the art of pitching, all in one pitch or marketing campaign, it's just like bam. That's how you launch your brand and business online and serve online. That's how you sell your products and services and make people invest in your venture or an idea. That's how you make a fortune, simply by following the learnings shared in this The Art of Pitching video and then taking action and implementing the learnings. Eighth component of The Art of Pitching, call to action. Here's the first thing you do once you finish the video. Obviously, the eighth component, the last one, is the one most people forget. You got to have a call to action. Making a strong close call to action would seem like a no-brainer. Almost every new aspiring expert we have ever met fails here. A great call to action builds to a crescendo, stacking on so many exciting benefits, bonuses, guarantees, and urgency messages that the consumer thinks, I must buy this now. Let's unpack that last sentence. A great call to action stacks messages. First, it stacks benefits and bonuses, more reasons and value for the prospect to buy right now. That's why in every infomercial you have ever seen that offers some silly product, but they always double the offer at the end. Yes, you get not just one, but 2 Ninja Chinso knife sets when you order right now. Second, great call to action ideas remove risk and set the prospect at ease. Hey, if you aren't satisfied with this product, then return it within 30 days and we will refund the entire amount. Guarantees are incredibly important in our expert industry. Talking about newbies, they fear that people will take advantage of their offers because of the guarantee. But the fact is, people will buy your offerings because of the guarantee than will abuse it. Next, a great close ends with scarcity or urgency messaging, telling the prospect why they must buy now or risk losing their great value, price, or one-time offer. Your closing should be simple, clear, and powerful, and a repeated call to action. Click the button below right now to get started, or call this telephone number right now to order. Call to action is not just, hey, if you are interested, click that button right now. And by the way, you have to say that. People often forget that you have to say it. Click the button right now, or enroll now, or buy now. It should make them pick their phone and call immediately. It's if you want to accomplish these things, click the button below right now. We will get to the beginning and we will see you on the other side. It needs to be directive, real. You need to be confident about it. A lot of people say, and I hope we can serve you someday. So hopefully I shall see you on the other side. No, be directive. Say it in bold. Click the button right now and buy now. And yes, call to action is not just a button or a click. And it does not end there. So in this video, if you really look at the last 3 or 4 minutes, you must have already noticed that our tonality is picking up. It's speeding up and it's getting more directive. That's on purpose. 1, because obviously we are very excited and we get just fired up. But 2, it's because we know the call to action is to feel like a sweeping moment that we are caught up into. This means motion, power, tone, or speed. All of it is equally important so that they click the action and they go. It's not just telling them what to do. It's a tonality of what to do that often makes that call to action real, and it makes them buy your stuff. You need to be very conscious how you end your conversation so people take action. Think about what you are telling them. Be directive. Your tone and how it sounds is also important, even if it's a sales pitch or a presentation. If you are speaking on the phone, your inflections need to be higher or stronger towards the end. If your pitch is in the printed format, then your text shouldn't be long. Rather, your text must be short, crisp, and to the point. Click that thing. That's what the art of pitching and influencing others at its most effective is. Once you have learned and understood the art of pitching, it's time to alert the world to who you are and what you offer. It's time to promote yourself. The truth is, most upcoming experts while marketing or selling are very nervous. But the good news is that marketing in our industry is very different from what many expect. Let's talk about a very common myth. Many experts in our space often say, your number one job is to be marketing yourself all the time. Well, the intention is right, but not the message. In business, your first work is to add massive value in your client's life, and that's what you felt compelled to do. And that's what you must do. Luckily for you, we are at an interesting crossroad in time when training is marketing. Earlier in the marketing sector, people used to send one-off promotions to their customers announcing they had a new product available. For example, a fashion designer or an interior designer would send out postcard, brochure, and email out of the blue announcing their new creation. They would say in effect, attention, I know I haven't talked to you for a while, but by golly, I have something that can help you or your house look gorgeous. Buy my stuff now. This announcement marketing strategy sometimes worked, sometimes not, and in today's world, it's useless. The better approach for experts today is to add value to your consumers for free by actually sharing with them industry data and research data and educating them. We have included all these factors in high performance module where the title of the video is What is EBM and how can you add massive value in order to launch your brand and simultaneously outteach the competition. As mentioned in that video, the idea is to add massive value in your customer's life and build trust by sharing industry data and research data through videos, webinars, blogs, through tweets, by teaching, by writing, by speaking, or any other effective means of communication, and add value over a series of days or weeks. Share information or education-based marketing data that will be valuable to your clients, and you will slowly but surely build raving fans. Then, when you need to get the word out, the right prospects will already be listening. Don't just sell, educate them. The distinction is subtle but meaningful. Never sell without first adding significant value. That's the difference between promoting and campaigning. By sharing knowledge, information, and educating your customers first, your customers get to connect with who you are and what you have to offer them. Then, when you say that you have something for sale, they have a better understanding of the value and a higher anticipation and likelihood of buying. If you understand buying behavior of customers, then your work will become better. Most of the Indian Design League videos have been built to teach this and give specific campaigns to fashion designers, interior designers, event managers, animators, life coach, career coach, business coach, educationalists, and aspiring entrepreneurs and experts, and help them to launch and scale their business and brand online. The basic concept of promoting anything for purchase, though, are universal. For any good marketing, sales, or delivery message, these 8 elements are extremely important. All of them should be in your sales collaterals, marketing material, delivery message or corporate presentation, video documentary website, sales brochure, marketing and sales pitch. Anything wherein you need to effectively implement the concepts learned today in the art of pitching. Indeed, a highly practical and magical approach to have towards building your own empire. With this, we come to an end of 8 components of the art of pitching. Until next time, remember that you are on the path to becoming a high-performance influencer and achieving peace of mind, financial freedom, and a career for life. Stay tuned with Indian Design League. Happy learning!